I came from the normal academic stream. The people I have grown up with, the people I've mixed around with, I was directly and indirectly discouraged from going to a junior college. I still managed to make it. And despite being in junior college, I was sort of, again, told in a very politically correct manner that, you know, you might not be able to go to the local unis because you do not take pure science or double science. There is this kind of...
that didn't sound very politically correct.
No, they said it in a very nice way, not in a way to humiliate me or something. So I think this is not just my personal observation. I think many people who have come from my background actually have experienced such things. So it's more like, I mean, we can attain that standard, but do we have that social mobility to go on and say, okay, you, regardless of your background, you can compete with this guy who has deep pockets, and you can move forward.
Look, there are so many examples around us of people who come from really, really disadvantaged background who have done so well in life. But what worries me is not about that. It's about how then you get the next group of people through. And I think one of the ways which I mentioned just now, what I call the morality of meritocracy, is that those who succeed should come forward and bring those others who were like them in the past to come forward and tell them how you get through this. And this is the only way we can get it done, because, you know, a government is just what we do together. This is a quote I got from the internet. I can't remember who said that. But it is not something you must just rely on the government to solve, but all of us can do this. And one of the things we can really value add on, those who know how to get through getting through this glass ceiling, you know, getting the young people, inspire them early, and just to be there. I'll just give you one example, my personal, if I may. I was at a wedding one day, and then someone came to me and said, Abang Zul, call me Abang Zul. Abang Zul, do you remember me? I said, not really. It was so long ago. I said, oh, I don't just give a name. I'm Zaidi, so and so. You know? Then I say, then as we talked, then he said, do you remember what you did to us? I said, what did I do to you? You know? Then he said, you know, every time you were studying in the mosque, I didn't have a nice space at home to study, and I was sitting between what we call Maghrib and Isha. There's nothing to do, you know, because it's too short between the prayers. So I was always sitting there and talking to them, and I didn't realize that I was inspiring them. I inspired them. And then he told me that, Abang Zul, do you know that all of us went to university because of you? So I think that is something we all can do. I did it unintentionally, but if we do it structurally, we come in, mentor them because we have succeeded. We know the vagaries of life. We know to tell them, look, don't give up on life. Things are not going to be as easy as the system make out for you. You must know how to stay on. You can survive, you can thrive.
But having said that, Minister, just a quick point, right, and then we'll go to Jack, and then to you. I also feel strongly that we cannot continue to patronize. We have to become a society where we don't keep depending on others to help out. Let's be a lot more resilient and fight for ourselves. I know I may sound a bit tough, but really in many societies, people actually are resilient and they fight. In many societies, you have a lot of obstacles ahead of you. It's not a bed of roses that's laid in front of you, you know. And part of the problem is, I think our government has spoiled us, right? and for the longest time, we have been depoliticized, we've been defanged. Therefore, you know, because everything is done by the government, and I think we've lost the capacity to stand on our own and fight our own battles.
But
because we keep looking at the government.
I don't want to lose the point that we ought to come forward, those who can. While yes, we have to learn to be resilient. You have to build that resilience. I agree.
If all the time we wait for somebody to come and bail you out, it may not happen.